think we're ready to go. Jeremy from CZ, why don't you take yourself off mute there, buddy? And we'll get things rolling. So welcome everybody. We are going to talk CZ guns, and when we're talking CZ guns at the gun fair, there you are, Jeremy, ready to go. It's kind of a fun dimension, and because we've got obviously a hot batch of handguns that they're making these days. We've got rifles to talk about. We've got shotguns to talk about. And so of any brand, it's probably got the most diversity of anything you would have seen at the gun fair, especially when you're talking quality guns. And so we want to talk through real quick. We know we'd love to be at the gun fair right now, but this is as close we're going to get given this COVID-19 world. And we're going to have a little fun. Jeremy from CZ, you're going to see up on your screen there. Jeremy, give us a wave so they know which one to look at. It does help, a couple housekeeping things. It does help when you're looking at your Zoom screen. If you go to speaker view, it's in the upper right hand corner. You'll see a little checkerboard up there. Click on that, click speaker view, and that way whoever's talking will actually come up on your screen nice and big, and it'll give you a little better perspective to be able to see the guns that Jeremy's handling, ones that Todd's featuring. And as we walk through this, we're going to kind of keep the session around 30 minutes. We'll be chatting throughout it, so definitely use that chat function. If you haven't before, it's just down on the bottom of your screen, and you will be on mute as we're talking so that Jeremy and Todd and everybody can kind of a dialogue back and forth, and we'll interject a question to come across in the chat questions and some others that just always kind of seem to come up in the booth. So Jeremy, you know, there's a lot of things going on out there. Before Todd jumps in with what's going on, I know that Todd would have been featuring deals, and throughout this whole time, if you see something that you like and you want to make sure you lock it up right away, give us a call right now. You can put yourself on mute. You'll be on mute. Give us a call at the same time. We've got people on the phones ready to go, and we will right after this as well. Of course, you can email and you can chat in, hey, follow up with me afterwards. But some of these guns, especially CZ these days, and I would say in particular the handguns, availability is really tight. So Jeremy, kind of fill us in with what's going on out there, and so that if we are offering a deal that we would have had at the gun fair, we've been fortunate to bring guns in advance, expecting to have that outside shoot. So we do have some inventory, but being able to pick the right ones, the way to do this with the Zoom Live is to be able to lock it up even before tomorrow morning. This will be recorded, and you'll see it on YouTube later, but the time sensitivity of the offers we're making are just during the gun fair. So gun fair would have been running through this upcoming Sunday, the 19th. And what we'll do with that is we'll keep all these deals live through then. And then after that, we'll kind of go back to normal, keep CZ and everybody else in line. So Jeremy, without further ado, we got to put your 20 plus years of work in the sporting goods industry, in particular in firearms. Fill us in with what's going on out there a little bit before we let Todd loose and show us what would have been stacked up in the booth.
Yes, thank you, Adam, and the Reeds team. Thank you, Todd. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, it's a shame we're not going to have Rice Creek this year, especially with the weather forecast for this weekend. It looks like we would have had another good year of good weather up there. But you know, there's always next year, and we move forward. We're going to be hopefully out in the mountains and the wild and hunting and fishing sooner than later. But you know, other than what's going on with the COVID-19, it really people are more looking at guns than they ever have. You know, they're doing more homework than they've ever have. They have the time to be at home, getting on the internet and looking at new guns and what's out there. Adam, you hit on it really well when you said CZ has got a gun for everyone. You know, that's so true. We have our new shotguns in the last 4 years, and the Dan Wesson side of things, and everyone's wanting, you know, to know what the Dan Wesson X is, and I'll get to that. You know, there's a thing to be said about CZ and its quality, and it's the select items that we cover is very vast. Where I said, you know, it's a very vast selection that we do sell and have sold for many years with the pistols that people know about with CZ. I would love to have been shooting some of the new guns with everyone out there. So next year we'll be able to shoot some of these new guns that I'm going to go through today. But Adam, I think business is good. I think people are you know, they're buying more guns than ever, obviously right now. They're buying more ammo than they've ever had. They're stockpiling on a lot of things that, you know, it does make sense to a lot of people that what's happening right now. And it's uncertain. There's a lot of uncertainty out there of where this is all going. But I think in the long run, when people start to get out again, it's going to make a huge impact, and we're just going to be stronger, I think. So
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
So given all that, Jeremy, I know you've got some guns behind you you're going to talk about a little bit, a lot of new,
Yep.
you know, and some features. I know Todd's got some in front of that. I think we kick it off and kind of talk about what we would have had as kind of our features that you and Todd and everybody had kind of planned out for those Race Creek deals and kind of kick it off. I think the auto was probably going to be the hottest CZ buy at the show.
For
Todd,
sure.
you want to talk about that a little bit?
All right, so what we're gonna start with is their CZ's new auto, the 1012. As some of us know, and maybe all of us, that, you know, they set some world records clay target shooting with this shotgun. So it's a phenomenal gun for a price point that's affordable by many, many people. So let's hit the highlights on this, Jeremy, and run everybody through it.
Well, it's our first, you know, it's our inertia gun, or first inertia gun. It's you know, it's a spring loaded, so it's for the price, for under $700, 28-inch barrel inertia gun, first one of its kind from CZ. We're selling the heck out of them. Like Todd said, it did break a record with Dave Miller shooting that gun. Right out of the gates, they put 5,000 rounds through that gun, and there wasn't any. There was nothing that happened to that gun out of the norm. It performed wonderfully. We have it in all kinds of flavors too. We have it in camo. There's actually a old school bottomland. I'll go through all the new guns in a little bit, but there's a old school bottomland camo that they just came out with in that gun. The Woodstock that you're holding right there, Todd, that was their best seller last year. That receiver is beautiful. The Turkish walnut is just a beautiful feature on that gun. It should be a great gun for all around shooters. It's one you should have.
Speaking of that, we had an incredible deal. We would have had these. We're at $488 is what we would have had these for at Rice Creek, which is unbelievable. So,
yeah, with a free $40, you know, beautiful $40 case from TZ, and I do have those. So any long guns that you're going to sell for Rice Creek, make sure to get the address to me, and I will send a free, beautiful CZ case to you guys for any long gun sold.
sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, and one thing to remember with that, everybody, is being you're on the Zoom call, it's probably the only place you're ever going to hear that. Make sure you mention that when you call in to order that. It's not something you're going to see magically pop up on a website or anything like that. So definitely just mention, hey, I was on the Zoom call. They talked about getting that free case. That way we can get that stroked and over to you and over to Jeremy to be able to do that. So there's other deals like that. We're just talking about here on this call. It's a clean way to do it, and good through this upcoming Sunday. So thanks for bringing that. That's a good offer. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the Redhead Premier, the Target Series guns. These we just got in. I believe they came in the end of last week. So we finally got a few in stock. We got the 12 gauge 30-inch models in the Redhead Premier. So let's go through those real quick, and then we'll get back to pricing on those as soon as Jeremy runs us through the features.
All right, give me 1 sec on that one.
Remember, folks, our phones are open right now too. We have people upstairs ready to take your calls anytime tonight. Aaron's over there just chomping at the bit to get on the phone with somebody. Kevin too. There we go.
So that's is that the new 20? What gauge is that you got, Todd?
What we just got in.
Well, I'm sorry.
12 gauge Redhead.
Well, okay. So yeah, that is brand new, and there's also a 20 gauge variant this year for 2020 in that shotgun. You know, it's kind of their most affordable over under, if you ask me, with all the specs on it and the engravings. That's probably their best selling over under.
Right on. Yeah, we've got them actually. Our sale price. Yeah, they're normally like $13.99. We're in the $1,250 range, $1,249.
Yeah.
So sprankers, ejectors. It's got all the features: selective triggers, single trigger.
Jeremy, how many chokes does that come with? You know off the top of your head?
5.
That's 5 chokes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. All right, moving on. Now, the next thing we're going to get into is the new Sharp Tail side-by-sides. There again, we just received these in. We got them in all 4 gauges. We got 12, 20, 16, and 410. Again, these have all just came in the last week. Had purchased for Rice Creek, of course. So run us through the features on these, Jeremy, if you would, please.
So you have a selectable single selectable trigger. It's a hammered version with the mechanical trigger, manual safety. It has the single attractor, 20-inch barrel. It's a cylinder bore, and it comes in 12 or 20 2 3/4 or 3-inch shells.
I've got a question that's pretty timely for that one. This chat just came across, and it's a different model, but I think a good way to compare these two. So Jeff was asking, can you tell me what a CZ Bob White goes for? Looking at the 20 gauge likely and a 26 to 28-inch barrel. It's a good comparison. So walk through the differences there a little bit, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the main difference here is cosmetics. Here you've got the case color receiver, so it's a super nice looking gun. And we've got these at we would have had the sale price on these at $939, which is $200 off of the normal retail. So when you're comparing them against the Bob White is going to be a little bit less money, but you're losing some of the features that you have in the short tail.
Is that 20 gauge as well?
We have a 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 16, and 410 all in stock right now.
That's correct.
The 20 gauge, what barrels are those?
20-inch only.
20-inch. Okay,
20
Jeff.
inch.
So there's your just following up. So there's your 20 gauge, 28-inch better buy upgrade in that sharp tail. And then your follow-up question was, can you ship to Cabela's? Of course. Yes. And as part of anything we're doing here through this Zoom live session, we are shipping for free. So Aaron is standing at the phone, ready for you to call Jeff, and he will be able to then ship it for free to Cabela's. Of course, that's their transfer fees are up to you to decide what FFL is going to be the most economical one to pick up at, but we can certainly ship down to a Cabela's at the same time. So that would be a very, very good option. So thanks for the question, Jeff.
And that Bob White is $655. I know you asked the retail for the Bob White, $655.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so a couple other deals that we would have had at the event was we did some of the CZ rim fire in the model 455s. We've got the stainless versions in 22 mag and 17 HMR, and we also have the 455 and the varmint target, which is going to be the heavy barrel threaded for your silent suppressors. So run us through some of the features on the 455, Jeremy, if you would.
Well, the 455 is just it comes off of that platform of the 452. It's a standard. The 457, obviously, that came out this year has a little different features than the 455. The 455 still has your back to fire safety, some unique stuff there. Interchangeable barrels, like you said, suppressed. They're just, out of the box, so crisp. The trigger pull is unbelievable on them, and for the price, they're probably they're sought after, and they're gone. After this year, there's not going to be more 455s out there. It's been replaced with the 457, and the 455s that are out there, like those two guns that you have, I know those were kind of a special that they have. Those should move really well. And again, a soft case for any long gun. So at that price, you're getting a $550 gun for, what'd you say, Todd?
Actually, we've got them on sale for, we're going to be in the $439 range on these.
So about $160 off retail, and you're getting a free $30 case. So almost $200 in savings. That's awesome.
I know the combo is always hot with the 2217. We have one of those left in stock as of right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got one version left.
I got another handgun question coming through. So they're chomping at the bit.
Let's move on to handguns. Everybody's excited about.
Exactly.
So I guess, I would say the most popular right now is anything in the P10 series, as we all know. So we've got, compacts, full size, all in stock, 9mm, threaded barrels, not threaded. So Jeremy, run us through the P10 and all the features and benefits to that over any of the predecessors to that gun, please.
Yeah, so I'll start off with saying the P10 is they're going to start production in the U.S. with those. They slowly already have with what's going on right now with COVID-19. They've kind of put a halt to a lot of the production, but they're starting to make those P10 models in the States. So it's CZ's, polymer gun that's their entry level, but still an awesome gun, especially with the three different calibers, full size, or the three different we got full size, we got a subcompact, and we got a compact. So all three are selling well. There's a flat dark earth, there's the black, then there's a white nitrite. So a lot of different variants in those guns, but for the price at the show, Rice Creek, we're going to have a real good deal on those, I know.
Yeah, we've got them all on sale too right now. Another viewer was asking about Shadow 2s. So we just got, these just came in the last 48 hours. We've got a Shadow 2 Target. I've also got the new Shadow 2 in the orange, which we're all familiar with, the tactical. But we do have both of these in stock now. So let's run us through some of the benefits of these, Jeremy, if you would.
So that's a gun that I have not seen yet out in retail. So I don't know, Chris must have really, if Chris, you're watching, thank you for getting that to Todd. No, that's, you know, it's so many people want a Shadow. They're just tough to find. A lot of gun shops have them on lists, and sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it takes 2 years. It just depends when you get them in. Reed's orders them continually throughout the year, so they just continually just show up, you know, sporadic for Reed's. So always call to see if Reed's has a Shadow. They usually do. The new one, the orange, same as the blue and black, just the orange grip now. And I don't have, you caught me off guard with that gun because it's so brand new. So give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah, I noticed it's got the fiber optic front sight. It's got the fully adjustable rear sight. You know, they got the extended mag release over here so you can get to it. You know, ambi safety, all the standard features of a super high quality gun. And there again, we just got 2 of these, the oranges. You got 2 of them in today.
It's kind of like seeing a unicorn.
So, exactly,
every
right.
once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised to see that. And then guy was asking about the Shadow 2 also. So I don't know who his name was, but we got him. We got him in stock right now. Aaron's waiting. We have 1 Shadow 2 Target left also.
Great.
All right. Anything, let's see, what else do we got? I know the whole world's waiting on the DWX, as we know. So I don't have one of those here to show off, but Jeremy's going to walk us all through that. So that'll be season's hot one in years.
So we'll, do you want me, Todd, to, while we have time, and if viewers have the time, just run through the 2020 stuff that came out this year in case some customers want a special order anything through you?
Yeah, I mean, just do a quick rundown, you bet.
I'll do a quick rundown. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll start with the 1012, the first gun that you started talking about today, Todd, the 1012, the special that you have. They have that in the new all-terrain. It's CZ has come out with a shotgun that's kind of their most rugged shotgun to date. It has a Cerakote barrel. It's got a really cool magnetic. It's installed into the extractor and the ejectors, but it's magnetized. So every modern shell that you're using in a shotgun is not going to fall out when the barrel is broke. It's going to stay in place. It's just something totally unique that CZ wanted to try, and it took off. We introduced it at SHOT Show, and it's been absolutely a great, you know, new invention to shotguns. If you ask me, I've never seen a magnetized over under. So Dave Miller has been doing all kinds of advertising on it through social media and platforms through magazine and TV as well. It's just it's really taken off, the whole line. So they have it in the 1012. They have it in a Bob White. I don't know if you can see this that well, but they have it in almost every family of the shotguns. They have it in the Drake, which was the real popular over under last year. That was, you know, under $700. They have it in the Redhead Premier, and they have it in the Upland Ultralight as well. So keep that in mind. It's called the All Terrain. Next, in the new 457, and real quick, when you were talking about 455s, Todd, I'll let everyone know the difference between the new 457 that replaced the 455. So what they did is they switched the safety from, instead of back to fire, now it's front to fire. Everyone had an issue with that. I don't know. It didn't really matter to me, but they changed it. And so now it's front to fire. All the triggers are adjustable. They've taken off some wood around the trigger to lighten it up a little bit. And then they adjusted the bolt about 20 degrees so you can put on a bigger optic scope on with the 457. So those are the only differences. The new 457, it's our first chassis gun here. This is going to be pretty hot, if you can see that. So just it's an aluminum chassis gun, 16.5 or a 24-inch barrel, threaded. You got it's the Luth AR stock, adjustable, obviously, but that should be pretty hot. It's $1,000. Let's see. So a lot of people were a little upset with CZ for discontinuing the longer barrel, which is totally acceptable. I like that longer barrel as a 28-inch in the 455 and the 457 that model. They quit making it. So they finally this year did come back with one that's called the Jaguar. It's that top gun. It's suppressed. It's 22 long, comes with iron sights. So look for that one if you want. If you like that longer barrel in a varmint gun, the 28 inches back, it's called the Jaguar. Okay, so the next we'll get in the handguns. The biggest deal, you know, is since SHOT Show has been the DWX. It's everyone wants one, but it's really tough to get. This whole COVID-19 is not helping to the matter to get any guns quicker. I am told that, you know, we should see them this year. It might be late summer. Excuse me, but we will see them. It comes in 3 models: the full size gun with the red grip. The full size is the red grip. It comes in a 45 or a 9mm. There's a smaller compact size. Instead of the red, it's just a black checkered. Beautiful gun. Still has the red trigger, but just the grip handle is black. And that comes in 9 only. So those are the 3 models. They're $1,800. They're the hottest gun right now that CZ's ever had, really. We've pre-sold so many, and they're going to ship as soon as we can. It just might be July or August before we see them out there in the market.
Jeremy, I know it's frustrating. You get hot guns like that, and there's things in the supply chain that are out of your control. But I will correct one thing you said in that, and that the way that we can at least make sure we get those that are on this call, this Zoom session, the first guns, literally call and put down your name, call our guys, and we'll get your name and your phone number, so that as that first wave or first trickle starts to come in, your name's already there waiting for one. And there is a priority that we put to the gun fair orders every year. And so I think it's important to say, even if it's a maybe not scenario, or you want to put it in your hand first, give us a call so we can at least get the line sorted. And so that when that magical moment does come and production does start to let loose, we're not scrambling then, because, you know, there's a lot of savvy buyers out there for these hot guns, especially at DWX. And, you know, if we wait till July or August, I say, hey guys, I'm looking for one, let me know when they land. There's going to be a batch ahead of there. So, I mean, you know, those that come to the gun fair every year know there's an advantage, and getting that front of the line is one of them too. So just keep that in mind. That's a way to beat the system a little bit. Even if you have to take time, I believe the website at CZ's website does show pretty good detail on all 3 models. So you can kind of reference it. Isn't that right, Jeremy?
Yeah, and they have video online is incredible on it. We can go over the gun after, you know, if you want. If we have time, we can go over everything on it if you want.
Okay, well, good. I just want to make that up, or bring that up so everybody knew. There's a couple of pistol questions that I know I'm going to get to as well. So, Todd, go right ahead.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to kind of just do a little reading because it's a brand new gun, but basically it's a hybrid. Dan Wesson, as you know, CZ bought Dan Wesson over 10 years ago, probably 12 years ago, I think. You know, who knows Dan Wesson? It's a New York made gun, all the best, you know, possible products to put on a pistol is Dan Wesson. If you ask me, they make a heck of a gun. And the original CZ, you know, the 75 series platform was kind of put together to make this gun. So it has a Dan Wesson trigger, but it has the ergonomics of a 75. So all put together, it's quite a machine at a heck of a price for what it is, really. So initially for competition use, but with both full size and compact variants, obviously it'll do, it's a CZ Dan Wesson X. Should be hot gun.
Jeremy, staying with handguns, a couple questions real quick, if I may rattle some off. Adam was asking, he's got a question about his 2075 Rammy. I mean, Adam, maybe if you want to shoot a chat with a little bit more detail on it, but also he was looking for the pricing on the Shadow 2. So that if he wants the price on it, have him call in right now. Aaron's here. Yep.
Call our 800 number, 800-346-0019.
Yep.
And we've got 4 or 5 guys on phones right now, and they'll get you taken care of for sure.
Yep. And there's the Shadow 2s are in stock, so they can help you out while it's there. Jeff, thank you for the business. Jeff already called in and got that Bob White he was talking about locked up. So thank you for the business, Jeff. We appreciate it. Also, what we should do now is we're going to go live. We'll unmute everybody. And so maybe Adam, if you want to ask that question, you want to chat it in either way. So if anybody has any questions, we're going to unmute everybody and just see if there's anything else you have for Jeremy and Todd here before we kind of do a wrap up and do a couple price checks. So everybody should be there. Away.
You didn't have to tell us that.
Oh boy. If you can hear the question I had about my Rammy, I've been getting a malfunction with it where the round will go up the speed ramp and kind of lodge in the chamber at an angle. And I'm just wondering if that gun has like a longer break-in period, or if that's like a known issue.
Good question. Or can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, good question. I have a Rammy. I love it. I didn't notice it breaking in any unusual longer than like a regular compact 75. I didn't notice anything. So I haven't heard of that either. But I would definitely, if it's an issue and it's affecting, put on CZ.com and fill out a claim. They'll give you a real quick shipping label to have it sent back to CZ, and they'll repair it, look it over, and get it right back to you. They're pretty quick about that.
Okay.
Right now, with everything going on, it might be a little longer, their customer service and warranty department, but before this whole crisis, they were really, really fast at their customer service and their claim department. But if there's a defect on the gun, yeah, I would go right to CZ.com and fill out a claim, tell them what's wrong, put a serial number of your gun, and they'll give you an RMA.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if you heard about that, because it hasn't had any issues with carry ammo, but with some ball ammo, I think out of the last 400 rounds I shot, it jammed up, I think probably 20 times.
What are you having, the extended magazine on it or the regular mag?
It's done it with both mags.
It's done it with both mags.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's a magazine issue, or if it like a burr or something in the chamber that it caught on.
Right.
I mean, just with a quick tap against the slide, it would put it into battery, but it would do that hang up. So,
well, let's see. What's Adam or Todd? If you want to get his phone number, I can call him back after I talk to Chris and see if Chris has heard anything. If we want to do that, I have not heard of that issue though.
Yep.
Okay.
I will flip Jeremy your phone number if you're okay with that, and then he can follow up with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number on here, or do I have to give it to you?
Nope, I've got it from your registration. I'll flip it to Jeremy.
All right, sounds great. Thanks.
Perfect.
And then Adam, you were also asking about the sale price on the Shadow 2. I know Aaron's got it pulled up, and he can quote it right over the phone. Just give us a ring, or he can give you a call tomorrow on it.
All right, sounds great. Thanks.
Great. Hey, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
All right, we're sitting kind of bumping up in that timing. Anybody else have any questions? I see one came across from Steve. Does the Shadow 2 come in a 45? Jeremy?
The Shadow 2 does not come in a 45.
Yep, just 9.
Just 9.
Excellent. Okay, there's always a few more chats that'll come in just as we're wrapping up, and we'll make sure we give everybody a call right after that. So again, thanks everybody for jumping in on this session for CZ. Jeremy, thank you for making the time.
Thank
It's
you.
a great way to at least connect everybody when we can't get to the gun fair, but also stop at the store anytime. We can connect you up with Jeremy and our team as well. Most importantly, the deals and the special case offer that Jeremy made, you got to call in to get that done. Appreciate everybody making time. Be safe, and we look forward to see you down the road. We are doing these Zoom sessions on a lot of the gun fair experiences, just like we've done with CZ and DRD today, for the next 2 weeks. So watch your e-news from Reed's or check out our website or Facebook page. We'll be posting more sessions as they come up all the way through the end of the month. It's a great way for everybody while we're trapped inside. It might be informal and outside our box, but it certainly works to at least be able to talk through and talk shop a little bit and talk guns a little bit, which is always fun. We're not burning the powder, but we're certainly being able to talk it. So a couple more weeks of these coming. Enjoyed it, and I appreciate it. Jeremy, great job. Any final words?
No, I just appreciate the support and appreciate everyone's support. Really, I miss seeing the faces at the Rice Creek show. I know there's numerous people that come there every year just to shoot CZ guns. So I just want to say thank you to those people that love the line and the brand and support it. And we support the people that support us, and that's what it's all about. And it's a great industry.
Yeah. Hey, keep shipping us guns, Jeremy.
We're gonna try. Well, they're moving that new.
They keep,
Yes.
You guys are doing great, but they keep dribbling in. So if there's one you're looking for, give us a call. We'll put it on a price availability. So as soon as that one dribbles in, we don't get a lot of notice. As you can tell from our conversation with Jeremy, sometimes those guns just show up. It's great if we've got the guns that we know you're looking for, not even a commitment, but we can at least know what you're after. So when they do show up, we can give you a call and say, hey, it landed. You still want it? Or hey, first in line. So if you've got something in the back of your mind, give us a call. Even if it's not here right now at this moment, we'll get you the gun fair price or a guaranteed best price if it's even after Sunday when the gun fair offers expire, and make sure that we can get things locked up for you as they keep dribbling in with these crazy times and supply chain. So thanks everybody. We really appreciate it. 800-346-0019, reedsports.com, or give us an email at hunting@reedsports.com. Thanks for jumping on the Zoom call. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.